Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule well and teach well. Salutations to all the Akim, is preaching his truth, in all honesty and sincerity, across four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is the brother Uramla coming into a quick video. Alright, just I might title it various topics, man. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna start off in Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 7. And it reads, "Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." So we're in the spirit of the prophets of old, man. All right, we back here, speaking, against this place, against this kingdom. All right, Babylon the Great. All right, so prophets, have been before us, prophesied against old countries, kingdoms, all right, of their downfall, man, which they did go down. All right, and a lot of the prophecies of which the ancient men, when they speak of Egypt, in Babylon, it's mainly speaking of the modern day Egypt and modern day Babylon, which is America today. So a lot of times when they speak on that, they talking about this present captivity. All right. So now the prophets are here yet again back on the scene, because that's our whole duty, as men. All right, as men of the Lord, being occupied in prophecy. All right, that was supposed to come first before anything. All right, so we're prophesying against this country, against this kingdom of war and of evil and pestilence. That's what's coming, man. All right, great evils is coming, man. The Lord is about to plead with all flesh, man. All right, so the time is near, man. All right, and we know what's going on with over there, with the Houthis over there in Yemen. All right, they getting busy down there in the Middle East. Where it's about to be the valley of the Lord's judgment, the Lord's decision. All right, Yahweh Shabbat. All right, there in the Middle East. All right, where it's going to begin. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. And verse 45. It says, "Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Babylon," modern day Babylon, America, "and his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans," which was where the heathen dwelt. So, and Esau was a heathen as well. All right, so this is the land of the Chaldeans. All right, the modern day land, here, Babylon the Great. It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." All right, so the least of the flock is drawing them out. All right, you got the Houthis. There's another group too, that they trying to deem as being, terrorists and all this, and that's Eve's tactic to be justified to do mass genocide over there. All right, so the least of the flock is drawing them out. So the least of the heathen is drawing them out. Them smaller regions, smaller towns are getting backed by Russia and China. All right, they got we been knew they had thermonuclear technology. The Middle East, the various countries in the Middle East. Iran most definitely the ones that mainly try to stop the habit, but they obviously got blueprints. They obviously got missiles. So they're gonna draw them into the war, by the way of Israel. All right, you got the Palestine versus Israel, which they always been in a constant fight. So that's gonna draw the leg for WW3. All right, because third woe is coming quickly, man. All right, we right at the door of the third woe. All right, it can happen. Hey, it's already going down. It just didn't deem it that. It just didn't deem it the third woe. But that's what it would be deemed if it was to have more time to make it afterwards. That's what they would deem it. But we're calling it the third woe because that's what it is. That's what we're gonna be calling it in the kingdom, the third woe. All right, they ain't gonna have a chance to call it that here, because hey man, because afterwards, hey man, E is going down. So it ain't gonna be written in the history book somewhere down the line. All right, in another place on earth, because Babylon gonna be completely destroyed. So you ain't gonna be have it in the history books in China and Russia. Talking, oh yeah, the third world, man, World War III. Nah, man. You know, but let me see. All right, it's Joel chapter 3. It says at the top, it says, behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. All right, we're in that time right now. All right, where we are brought into captivity. You know, Judah and Jerusalem, Israel. You know, the northern and the southern kingdom, because this is the land that we were oppressed together. All right, this is the land that we all, you know, receive punishment or are in bondage as we speak, so to say. All right, so we always are oppressed here, you know, in various ghettos across the country and all these things, you know. So we are being oppressed basically over here. Basically, you know, he ain't gonna let us go back to our land. You know, he's still oppressing us to an extent. You know, you got some tribes, or you know, some people of the tribes, they doing more well off than others. But as a generalization, we all, you know, majority of us is suffering here. This is hell for us, man. All right, so verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So he scattered amongst all the nations, man. So, you know, the Lord is about to plead, you know, with them for my people, for my heritage Israel. So this the reason why the third world got to go down, all right, because the third world got to come so the missiles can get launched, this place can get destroyed, and so the elect can be delivered. All right, that's why the third world really is going down, for the elect to be delivered out of this place. All right, so the Lord can bring justification to come save the Akim, man. All right, so the Most High is allowing this war to go down because, for one, it's like taking out two birds with one stone. All right, you're going to bring this destruction, and for the balance, it's going to be salvation as well. All right, so the Lord is pleading with them, all right, because the Lord, you know, it's not like the time of Egypt where we all going to make it out, all right, and Pharaoh ain't going to let us go. Pharaoh going to harden his heart. But the way he is hardening his heart is by bringing Jacob's trouble. And you see the balance in that? So, you know, a certain portion with 2/3 of our people that's gonna have to receive and get destroyed through Jacob's trouble, and also through the missiles. So he is going in that sense, it's like Pharaoh. He not gonna let us go, or he want to continue to rule. So he gonna try to come down on the tribes, man, in Jacob's trouble. All right, but the Lord is gonna have E getting hit from all fronts, where it's gonna be inevitable for his destruction. All right, there's no way out of it, man. All right. So let me go to verse 6 says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them from far from their borders. So that's what, you know, the spirit would happen, you know. It's as if, you know, because we have been sold, you know, to different heathens. It says the Grecians, because it was a time we was in a Greek mindset. All right, we was in a heathenistic mindset. All right, so they removed us far from our borders. So we all here in the western part of the earth, so we way far, you know, from our borders. But you know, Greece is somewhat close, but we're extremely far, because the Lord says He's going to scatter us, you know, and take us out that land and put us in hell, put us in captivity. All right, and we're going to receive hell. But the curses is slowly getting up off of us. All right, the Lord is slowly but surely restoring us all the way to the point where, you know, spiritual power is going to be out here. All right, then you're going to know that the man of the Lord is around you when the Lord, you know, put us on the level we of that fold. All right, so we're far from our border, man. We're so far from our border. All right, when you think of the Middle East and think of our land, you know, Israel, Yasharallah. That's why I say that we are people for a place, you know, because Israel, Yasharallah, man, that's our people, man. No matter where we are on the earth, man, we still Yasharallah, man. All right. But yeah, we were extremely far from our borders. So now when you think of that land, you don't think of, melanated, where they say melanated people being in their land, man. You think of the small hats, you think of the Palestinians, man. Or you think of Ishmael and Elam over there. All right, verse 7 says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them. I will return your recompense upon your own head. All right, so the Lord said He's gonna raise us out of the place whether we have been sold. So we've been sold over here to America, sold to various places across the earth. That's one of the main reasons we were scattered across the earth, because we mixed in and blended in with the heathen. You know, that's why the wheat is growing with the tares. But the Lord gonna bring that separation, because the Lord is the ultimate reaper, man. All right. So yeah, the Lord gonna raise us by this place. That's why I said that basically to come up out of this place, for this is not our rest. All right, depart from this place, for this is not our rest. So we departing spiritually, but the Lord gonna depart us physically by the way of getting beaten up in the chariots. All right, you know, and then being delivered back into our land. So the Lord gonna come and save us. All right, you know, but it's gonna be greater than the exodus of Egypt, man. All right. So the Lord gonna bring a recompense upon their own head, man. So verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. So hey, we're gonna have our turn to put the heathens, all right, in captivity, and we're gonna sell them across the whole universe, man. They're gonna be somewhere in another galaxy, man, another Milky Way, or slaving, breaking big rocks into little rocks, man. All right, so just like how we were sold unto them to various places, hey, they're gonna be in our hands, man. All right. Verse 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.